Greetings, Montaiso here, and I thought I would talk a bit about what I think is probably one of the main problems with the 6 versus 6 format. But before we get into that and end up sounding negative, we should probably quickly mention that, well, there are so many advantages of the format. There are good reasons for why people are playing it, and why they enjoy it, and while that's not something I'm going to really talk about in this video, we should always remember that. It is really fun. In fact, this game, which I actually played to get footage for this video, it was actually a really fun game. Now, this is Valve's competitive matchmaking, and there are some differences between this and what you would get if you are playing in a league or in a game and all that. So maybe quickly go through the differences there between Valve's official matchmaking and that, so that we are aware of what they are. First off, no weapon bans, and in Valve's competitive own format we should not expect that. First of all, it needs to be communicated clearly to the player what weapons are banned and what weapons aren't, and that's easier said than done, but most importantly, Valve's job when it comes to weapons is to balance them. Now, this may certainly take some time because, well, balancing is much easier said than done. Everyone will have ideas, even I have, and most of them, including mine, are going to be pretty bad. And if Valve had some banned weapons, it would give the impression that, hey, this weapon, oh, it's unbalanced, but yeah, we just stamped the ban in competitive matchmaking on it and call it a day. And we don't want that, do we? The other thing here is no class limits. While I don't have any personal experience with class stacking in the few games I've played, but it's been quite some time. We played a number of games when it was first released, and then took quite some time. After casual actually began working, I ended up playing that all the time instead. Anyway, that's something. So while I don't have any personal experience with class stacking, I can see the point of having class limits. And unlike weapon bans, it could actually also be easily communicated to the players in the class selection screen. So yeah, can't really. That's something Valve probably are, or should, if they aren't, they should be considering. But the third is lack of communication. That was unfortunately one thing that I personally had the most hopes for before competitive matchmaking was released. But in the end, not everyone has a microphone, not everyone will be willing to use it for various reasons, and the best thing to actually deal with that would be as players that have microphones that want to see more communication to lead by example. Communicate with your teammates in a sensible manner, and people who are likely to, all those that actually have a microphone but are not really confident in actually talking with other people in game, may actually give it a try if there are enough people actually providing an example. There have been some games where that has been the case. But let's get to the actual topic of the video while we still have time left in this game. First of all, let's look at what's actually a symptom and not the cause. The class choices here, now we are aware of the meta 2 scouts, 2 soldiers, 1 medic, 1 demo man, and other classes as well. They are certainly going to be used in various degrees in higher levels if the situation warrants it, so it's not that they are never used. However, most people, they obviously want to main a class, and even if you aren't maining a class, there will be some classes you are better at, some classes you find more fun, and in the end, let's say you're a spy mage, sort of, or any of those 5 non-meta classes, even though some of them can actually be quite useful. Are you going to want to play something like casual, where you can play any class and be a credit to team, or are you, if you are so say a spy mate, going to be interested to play competitive when you know that you're probably not going to be able to play the class you want as much, even though in actual PUBG you're going to be limited because, well, you can't have too many spies, but in competitive, even if you don't have a spy, it's not necessarily a good thing to have a spy. And really, the reason comes to that is that the Sixes format is actually, to put it bluntly, inherently unbalanced game mode. And there are anything we can think about here is, if you have played this game a lot, if you have played on low population servers, and maybe if you have actually played on those 32-player servers occasionally, you'll note that first of all, team size matters, because when it comes to what classes are actually good, what classes are better at smaller teams, so larger, and then also game mode matters. And let's look at the Scout. He is really good when the teams are small, so he's really good at sixes. And he prefers things like King of the Hill and 5 CP maps. And is it just my imagination, or are 5 CP sort of popular in competitive? You probably see points, and really this is also one of the things why sixes tend to have more ban weapons than Highlander. There are more weapons that are going to be problematic within the format. So, let's say if we want to actually have something balanced that people play, what would be the way to do it? Well, I think it's possible that a 10 versus 10 format would actually have at least some advantages. Whether it would be the best idea, but in theory, for best it would be something that's, well, it's going to be closer to the balance of pubs. It will not be such a large distance to go for people that are preferring pubs and people that think that they actually want to face proper opposition and not the type where you actually get the cash, which are a bunch of people that many people are pretty new and experienced. They will prefer it, and in the end, if they play a competitive mode, they may actually like it more and more, and may be more interested in the more classical competitive modes like Highlander and Sixes if they want. After all, Sixes provides a nice, tight team play oriented with smaller teams. It's going to be a different experience, and a 10% might actually be closer. Perhaps. Or it would be a completely and utterly terrible idea. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.